I was shown in the realm of the spirit today a lot of the entrances of the forces of evil entering even into the third world countries. So you are going to surrender your property to them. Then they will say, if you want to live in our house, you need to have A, B, C, D. Then you have that until a certain time. They say, have a mark if you want to be in here. If you want to buy the food we are now selling, have a mark.
The Lord showed me this vision a couple of years ago. The three world powers were formed, and there is going to be a conflict coming that will lead to a global war, and this global war is aiming at the downfall of Babylon.
Alright my family, you're most welcome to this channel. So in today's video we are going to discuss multiple visions that the Lord showed to his different men of God, and these visions are the messages to the Christian churches, mostly the followers of Jesus Christ, as it is very important for us to have Christian leaders that are spiritually awake in the spirit, so that they will be able to download the messages of God for the Christians and for the followers of Jesus Christ. So in today's video we are going to particularly talk about the visions that the Lord showed to Prophet Uebert Angel, as we already discussed the vision that the Lord showed to Pastor John and Osike in our previous video. So in the vision the Lord showed to Prophet Uebert Angel what is coming to the third world countries. So Prophet Uebert Angel talked about the different ways that the devil has already planned to spread the mark of the beast, and we all know what the mark of the beast is, and how will we get that mark? Let's watch and listen attentively.
I was shown in the realm of the spirit today a lot of the entrances of the forces of evil entering even into the third world countries, where people were going to be told this environmental law to support the environment. But before you know it, the enemy has already realized that some of you who are mighty in the eyes of God, who have already seen what is to come, have already heard that this which is about to come has caused you to look for lands, locations where you plow and plant your own plants, and you no longer wait for their GMOs and their toxic things. But what the enemy has done now is he is about to enact a bill that will begin to speak on this wise, that the things you are doing when you are farming on your own, you are harming the environment. So they are going to start entering into countries and possessing lands and buying land so that they produce the food for you. But in that moment, the platform for the Antichrist has already been created, where you will govern the food produce. The production of food, you now rely on a certain body that shall be created, and you buy food from them. Now when you want to buy, they would require that you have. So what you shall hear in the few weeks to come, few days to come, few months to come, are rules and suggestions and bills being lobbied that your crops, your organic crops that they told us for years were healthy, were no longer healthy.
Let me also put my mouth on this. This is what I want to say. The devil has strategized the way to give us the mark. The mark is going to be expensive. The devil is going to come in a deceiving way to manipulate our minds so that we pull our money in the pocket to buy the mark of the beast. And guess what? You will be buying it unknowingly. Unless if you are awake in the spirit, or if you have a spiritual leader who is awake in the spirit, that will foresee what is coming and tell you guys, just like what the prophet right now is telling us.
So they will tell you they know exactly how to do it for you. And many who are hearing me now will begin to sell the land to them. Even hearing this, they will offer nice money so that you say, it's okay. 1 acre for 1 million, you say, here it is. 1 acre for 200,000, take it. And it has been driven, says the Lord. The prices of land has already been driven high, and high, that even in the rural areas, even your people will begin to know the value of land. The second thing that God told me was very simple. That the houses you own, they will also say they are not environmentally friendly. So what we're going to do is we will change your houses. We have a technology. We'll change the color of your roof. We'll put something on your roof. But for us to do that, it will cost you about 70,000. It will cost you about 20,000. It will cost you about 10,000. The money you don't have, as long as you don't have, they will offer it. And then they will tell you, for it to be done, we can even do it for you for free. But we now own 50% of your house. And if you don't have the money to fix that house, we will take over the house because it's not environmentally clean. So you are going to surrender your property to them. Then they will say, if you want to live in our house, you need to have A, B, C, D. Then you have that until a certain time. They say, have a mark if you want to be in here. If you want to buy the food we are now selling, have a mark. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by your sorceries were the nations deceived. The word sorcery is the word pharmakia, which is the word pharmacy. So by the drug administration, by the medical profession, pharmakia, they use, you see, number one, they use or the administering of drugs, poisoning. Then it goes to 3, sorcery, magical arts. But number one is the main reason why that verse arrives. So the Bible is simply telling you that you will be deceived by the medication. The medical field will deceive you. If we have managed to land people on the moon, which we did not, yet we can't cure cancer. They have medication that you can inject yourself for 6 months. Even if you sleep with somebody with HIV, you won't catch it. But they have not cured HIV. Only recently they've produced 2 studies and they did some tests on some 2 individuals and they were all cured of HIV. And they say now it's going to take us 20 years. Huh? Because of the risk. Which risk is more than death? They are afraid of risk. Yet the person is dying.
Alright, my family, we have come to the end of this video, and I believe this message, we have all heard this message, and let us now be prepared to face it. It is better for us to get to know it before it comes to pass, so that when it comes to pass, we know what to do. And I repeat myself, we should be active in the spirit so that we detect what is coming, or we should be following people that are active in the spirit. I'm not saying Prophet Uebert Angel is the one that is active in the spirit, but we have a lot of men of God that are alive in the spirit. They can see what is coming and they will tell us all, so that when they come to pass, we will know what to do. I want to say thanks for watching. If you like what we do on this channel, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell. Bye bye for now. Be blessed, stay blessed.